starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house again for another day. Well, we are getting closer to Christmas. I think we're a week away, are we? About a week in the United States. We're a bit closer here in New Zealand, about 6 days. But wow, it is getting close. Hope you guys have got your Christmas shopping and everything else. Yeah, boy, the Christmas holidays will be epic, I'm sure, and a lot of people are having a good time getting ready for New Year's Eve after that. So we've got lots of holidays, lots of parties. It's going to be a lot of fun, lots of friends and family. I hope you guys enjoy the run up and, of course, the season. It's going to be cool. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to get into the rest of the news around the inflation rate, the CPI. So we're going to talk about that coming up and the impact on the markets, particularly stock market. Obviously, crypto market, we're going to check that out as well. We're going to check out Pulsechain, day 951. Can you believe it? We're getting close to that 1,000 mark. Hopefully we'll be ramping up by the time we get to day 1000. And we've also got a bit of news from Richard Hart and MetaMask. Whoa, what is that going to be? That could be pretty cool. We're excited about that. So, yeah, get excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Now, let me just check out a few other things. We're going to be talking about, some of the good ideas Shellgate's put out in response to a hypothetical from Brandon from Build the Tech. And so we're going to talk about that. Jen De Beers starts waking up regarding coin well. So excited about that. Of course, Jen is Jen De Beers, Mr. Rochelle's wife, Raquel Michelle's wife. And of course, she runs Coin Division, which is the overarching company covering CoinWell, Coinaki, Coin Mafia, and Coin Mentor. So we're excited about that. So yeah, we're going to get into that. And also, we've got some launches coming up, of course, around Coin Mafia. We've got a launch coming up within, I guess we're in that 24-hour window now for True 2X from True DeFi. We know that Neil and the guys are working on that, so that's going to be exciting. 2X Your Pulse is the game there. We're going to follow up on Liberty Swap and go through some of their insights as they're getting ready towards Liberty Swap version 2. Maybe out this weekend, maybe out next week, but it's exciting within the next week, I'm sure. So we're excited about that. It's going to open up a lot of things, potentially including stablecoins and trading and privacy on Batias. So really excited about that. So yeah, great times ahead, guys. Great times ahead. So let's get into all that. It's a sneak preview of what we're going to be talking about. Without further ado, don't forget to share the show around on X as well. Just take a moment, hit the repost button. Starting a little bit later today than I have been recently, just because I had a few things on, as you guys know. So it said it would be up and down a little bit over the next, or the last month or two, and then probably a little bit longer. So kind of cool. Let's get into it without further ado. Let's check out the stock market for Thursday. And we can see at the moment the S&P 500 has closed higher, so that's good. Not those down days or negative days. And yeah, we've got tech rebounds on fresh rate cut hope. So obviously pushing into that January rate cut. We talked about that yesterday, didn't we? The rate cuts. And I was saying, well, this actually looks kind of promising. We had 1/3 of the market expecting another 25 basis rate point cut. And I definitely think we should be going down at that pace because, otherwise we're going to probably, hamper the US economy. Even despite all the good stuff Trump's doing, we certainly want interest rates to move in line to optimize that bullish outlook. Anyway, we've got the Dow Jones at the moment is up 14 hundredths of percent, 66 points to 47,951. So we're almost recovered, up 48,000 on the Dow Jones. S&P 500 is up 0.8%, 53 points to 6,774. And the Nasdaq, with all the tech companies, is up 1.4%. Another nice day on the Nasdaq, up 313 points to 23,000. And if we look over the last week, we can see that we had a nice little bounce after sort of shaving off in the old Nasdaq. We had a nice little bounce for Thursday. Let's see if Friday can keep that momentum into the weekend, or at least the Friday. That'd be pretty cool. US dollar is up just a tad to 98.1. Remember, it was 108 when Trump came into power, so it's down 10 points. Commodities at the moment, West Texas is pretty flat at just under $56. Brent oil is just under $60, $59.75, flat as well. Gold is up slightly, up $2 to $4,365. Amazing job there on gold. If we look at the the last year, look at that price of gold. So really pushing new highs just about. Silver at the moment, obviously looking spectacular. Just off the highs though, $65.58. Silver is absolutely glorious, looking good, and we've been talking about that for some time. So not surprising there. So that's kind of cool. Now, interest rates. Inflation, I should say. Cooling inflation rose by less than expected in November. That's what we want to hear, as the first batch of inflation data was published since the government shutdown ended in mid-November. The US Consumer Price Index rose 2.7% in November on an annualized basis, a drop from the 3% figure announced in September and below the expected 3.1% growth. So really below expectations there, 2.7. That's kind of cool. And so we've seen a little bit of weakening there in the inflation rate. We were doing 3%, 2.9, 2.8, kind of 2.7. This is heading in the right direction. The so-called core reading, which strips out volatile items like food and energy, rose 2.6% year on year, below the 3% forecast growth. So 2.6, that's on the low side. And remember, 2% is kind of that target that they're after. So that's a lot closer. So very, very cool. So as a reminder, due to the government shutdown, the BLS was able to collect most of the October data and only started on November collection almost halfway through the month. It's possible that this doesn't reflect genuine drop-off in inflation pressures, but such a sudden stop, particularly in the more persistent services component like rent of shelter, is very unusual, at least outside of a recession. The upshot is that this looks like we have to wait until December's data is to publish next month to verify this is a statistical blip or genuine disinflation there. So just a caveat on that, but still, positive. Market's taking this positive. Data pointing to cooler inflation help firm up the rate cut expectations for next year, with the odds of at least 50% basis of cuts through the end of 2026, 50 basis point cuts, I should say, which is half percentage point, right? Rising to about 80% from 75% in the prior data. So we've got a little bit of increase in that 50 basis point rate cut. And presumably, hopefully we'll have it in January, right? At least 25 basis points. So that is kind of cool right now. We've had a little bit of stuff happening around the AI chip manufacturers with Micron. What else in there? That's pretty much it. So let's go to the interest rate expectations for January and check that out with the rate monitor there. 5 weeks and 3 days to go. So quite a while to go. 26th of January. Put that in your calendar. We have 29.8%. That's definitely gone up a little bit there. I think, just trying to double check that actually. 29.8, and that was probably maybe it's slightly down actually. I'm just trying to remember I thought we had 32.7, but maybe we're slightly down from there. But anyway, 25 basis point cut there. We'll keep watching that over the next 5 weeks. 70% expecting a no change, which is the set 3.75% we currently have on the federal funds rate. So if we look at March there moves to definitely 25 basis points in March. And we've got 46.8% there, so almost 50%, expecting a 25 basis point cut by March. When's the other one that's expected? Well, it's further down the year, isn't it? Well, we're kind of getting into June by then, but a lot will change by that time. And I think May is the change of the Fed president, right, from Jerome Powell. We're going to get an announcement for the candidates for the Fed very soon. Trump announced that yesterday. So that's coming up pretty soon, and then it potentially could take up to 3 months, I believe, based on historic nomination and voting process periods. So that's kind of the play that would get us, beginning of April, let's say, unless somehow they're managing to even speed that up even more. So we'll see. So that is the markets right now. So generally good news around the inflation. So we're getting more good news in the right direction. So it's going to lead us into the crypto markets. We've got 2.972 trillion right now. We're down 1.1% today, so still below that 3 trillion mark. I remember the market cap is still very small in the terms of global markets. We've got a long way to go with the old crypto re-rating. Bitcoin at the moment, $85,474, is down 0.6%. We've got Ethereum is up 0.3% at $2,830. We got so we haven't come down to that 2,500, right? That with the ABCD. We haven't come down to that. We're still holding up relatively well at $2,830. BNB is down 1.3% right now. Number at $830 at number 4. Number 5 is XRP, down 2.4% at $1.81. Solana at number 7 is down 2.6% at just below $120. Tron at number 8 is up 0.1% at just below 28 cents. And then number 10 is Doge. It is down 2.7% at 12.25 cents. We still have Figure Hallock there, flipping Cardano, and that's sitting at number 11 and 12. So, in fact, Cardano's even going down even further, below 13 billion, down 3.7% today. Best performer over the last 24 hours has been Tron. Ethereum up 0.2% in the last 24 hours in the top 10. Best performer over the last week has been, let's see, what we got there, 5.7. Tron only down 0.6%. So there we go. That is the markets now in the top 10. Top 100, we got Midnight there sitting at number 90, up 40%. So it looks like that's coming to the top 100 probably. Mincore at number 2, up 6.5%. Sky at number 3, up 3.4%. And Hash up 3.2%. And then 46 is, or number 5th position is Canton, up 3%. So not a lot of moves there. It looks like Midnight is the big mover there. So Midnight there. I think this is the privacy chain, isn't it? No, it's got. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. So this Midnight is the new generation of blockchain developed by Charles Hodgkinson from ADA, co-founder of Ethereum and founder of Cardano, and it uses zero knowledge proof technology, which is interesting. Obviously related to ProofX. So that's pretty interesting. Obviously, Pulsechain has an advantage in the sense that we are full system state fork of Ethereum. And we can be the privacy chain of Ethereum, right? Since a lot of the stuff on Ethereum is quite regulated, and they're very quick to hand over the keys of control, or at least monitoring to the state, right? Whereas Pulsechain, we can truly be the privacy chain. So interesting stuff happening there in the EVM world, right? All right, so that's pretty much on Midnight. So it's still performing pretty well. Let's go to. At least it's holding up in value. You can see in the charts holding up in value there. All right, so that's pretty much it on the crypto markets. Let's get the Pulsechain. We've got Work for Crypto in the house there. Hey, everyone, good to see you, Work for Crypto. Welcome to the chat as well. If you guys are watching, don't forget to share the channel around on X. Just hit the repost button too. All right, let's get into the results. So we've got day 951, guys. We're getting closer to 1,000. We've got Pulse at the moment at quadruple 0158. It is flat right now. It was up slightly before the live stream. And it's just flat right now, sitting at 16% of the main sacrifice price. And we've got Pulsex right now, quadruple 0124, up 1.63%. We have had some prolific sellers on the old Pulse chain. So we have had some prolific sellers that keep selling. And they've got big bags, so that has been a problem. We have the buy and burn sitting at 8.29% right now, and we've got the Ink token sitting at just below 65 cents. It is up almost 1%, so we've got a little bit of gaining there on Pulsex and Ink. At the moment, Hex is up about 0.5% on Pulsechain, sitting at just below 28/100th of a penny, and EHEX sitting at 9,009. So we've got the combined price of X and EHEX and PHEX sitting at 30, just below 37/100th of a penny right now. So pretty crazy there. Yeah, I guess EHEX is at 9,000ths of a penny. I guess is the way you would say that, isn't it? 9,000th of a penny. Moving to the gas prices, let's go to that. Obviously, the prices at the moment, obviously good buyers market, DCA, all that sort of stuff. 267,000 beats right now for gas on Pulsechain, 0.2 of a penny, a little bit higher than what we've seen. Validators at the moment are 52,618. So it looks like it's down about 50 from yesterday, isn't it? About 50 or 55. And then the bridge at the moment is at 77 million, just below 77.4 million. What else there? We've got DAI flipped. This happened yesterday, didn't it? DAI flipped ETH in terms of the value. And there's not much else to be said, really. I need to take another snapshot, don't I? Need to take another snapshot. Should I take a snapshot today? Let's do it. Take another snapshot and see. So today, let's see where we are later on in the future. I'm going to put that over the old snapshot. So, a month ago and maybe 3 days, let's say month and 2 days, we're at 85.9 million. We're at 77.4 now. So, we're down, what's that, 8 million, is it? Something like that, 8.5 million. All right. We got Mikey in house. How again? Good to see you, Xvader. Welcome to the chat. Right. So let's move on. That is the overview of Richard Hart Cause. moving to the Pulsechain, we've got 5.4 million in volume, so pretty low volume. Now, if you annualize volume at about 5 million, and of course we don't have the balance of fork volume in there. If you annualize that, that's still about $1.8 billion in volume trade. Obviously, we know it's much higher than that because sometimes we can have days that are, when we're really doing well, up at the 40 to 60 million mark, especially when we're getting OG Web Chef rotating a lot of volume. But even if we were doing 20 to 30 mil, we've got billions of dollars going through the chain. So in terms of volume, and that's valuable, right? That has value. All right, what else do we got? Smash the like and share. Definitely do that. All right, so at the moment we've got Alamo. It's been around for 4 months, up 82%. So it looks like it's getting pumped there. Let's have a quick look at it. I don't know why why my whole formatting's changed. But it's got pumped big time, and it has actually been being pushed up there in US dollar price. So looking not too bad. I can't remember who's running Alamo, but that is up 183. 183 Pulse got pumped today. There we go. So market cap sitting at 175k, 6,300 volume. So pretty small kind of retail play, but certainly a nice little day in the office there amongst where we are at the moment. Dunamis been around 14 days, up 38%. Compound C, Pulsechain fork token, CDI is up 19%. Probably getting pumped out of nowhere, is it? Let's have a look. Kind of getting pumped out of nowhere there. Got a little W pattern, kind of weird W pattern there. Let's go to the weekly chart. Infinite there. Yeah. I shouldn't have gone weekly, should I? I knew it was. I was going. Oh, that was a mistake. Fitzgerald. Is Alamo related to Fitzgerald? I can't remember, or maybe they're separated. But just have a feeling there. But I could be wrong. So let us know. So we got TFC. This is the idea that they had a crew of guys that would hodl, and they hold most of the supply. But I'm pretty sure one of the guys sold and it went down. I think that was pretty much it. Yeah. The forever up chart got corrected. It's a pretty human nature. Good band, was it? Human Nature? I think so. I can't remember. I'm just trying to remember the music of it. Sparta at the moment up 11%. So Sparta's making a good move today. It was down in the doldrums for quite a while. Certainly taking some profit the last 6 hours. But let's have a look at the Sparta peers. We might as well look at Pulsex. Had a nice little pump last week. While it was at 1.25 pennies, it rallied to about 2.5 cents, and it's now came back to 1.7 cents. Now just under 2 cents right now, so not too bad. Let's look at the Pulsex ratio on there. Yeah, just bouncing a little bit in the last 2 weeks. So it was down as low as almost 1100, now at 1544. So a little bit of a move on the old Sparta, and all the other Sparta peers following suit in the top 10. 9mm is also on the move, so up 10%. A little bit of profit taking in the last 6 hours. And I've got to work out what's going on there with my with that stuff coming up. I might have to reformat and close it with a different format. Maybe that's the issue. And so, at the moment we've got 9mm. This team is just delivering, just quietly delivering, right? Sold out that's NFT, successful. Just keeps promoting on 9mm. And they have paying out their revenue every month. And they've just moved to Merkle Tree payments system. So, just delivering. And of course, this is the second biggest DEX after Pulsex. Typically, when we're doing well, can do up to $2 million in daily volume. Obviously, we're only down at about 5.6 at the moment, so it's probably a fraction of that. But it's doing pretty good, 7200th of a penny, and just delivering a market cap 720k at the moment. So interesting stuff. One of our has to be one of our blue chips. Caveat: do your own due diligence, not financial advice. But definitely the second biggest DEX. Pretty awesome. I do think that there's a bit of room and space in the DEX space. That we could have, and I'd like to see some more DEXs launching. Hey, Sandy Beach, good to see us, Superman, everybody. 9mm is awesome. Sandy Beach is indeed. Just keep delivering and really pushing the frontier as well, innovating also. So, just ticking away there, doing pretty well. 9mm and looking good. It's low volume today. I mean, it's low volume, $2,000 on this pair, but just ticking away there, isn't it? Sandy Beach says DJ Cryptomatic did his Christmas special. I had 2 videos in it. Check it out. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, just check out DJ Cryptomatic's Christmas special. He's amazing. And check that one out. Yeah. Hunt him down. Tell him that Sandy Beach sent you. All right. So The other one, big one we've got is Vouch too. So we've got a lot of the what I call the blue chip type of projects is up at the moment. This is 7%. We've got Vouch at the moment is obviously at the bottom of the range here, but actually performing pretty well when we go to the pulse ratio. The pulse ratio there is up at 0.95, holding up real nice in the zone. Look at that, pretty good. Now, this is the number one validator on Pulsechain. They got about maybe close to 5,500 validators, I think. So, around about 10%. It's around about 10%. And of course, they're just making money that way, right? Just earning money and just a lot of reinvestment from what I could see. And they also got the 5% trading tax as well. Now, obviously, trading volume is pretty low at the moment, but it's all pretty good. It's all pretty good, especially at the low end of Pulsechain. So Vouch there at number 9. Number 10 is Curve Token, up 6.7%, been around for 9 months. And I'm going to have to fix up this thing because I keep going up to the chart from the trading stuff. Let's have a look at the chart there. Not too bad. Let's look at the pulse ratio to see the real strength. Got pumped today. I got pumped a couple of hours ago. 1,400 volume. Like I say, small volume at the moment, but still, doing pretty good there. 233 is on the old curve, so it seems to be tickering away as well. So those are our top 10 guys. So we had a couple of little ones here. We got some pretty major ones, I think, like 9mm and Vouch. Then we got some, more speculative ones, but with a bit of treasury. They're kind of my third or fourth level down in terms of categories of risk return. And the Sparta's in there at the moment, performing well. So that's our top 10. Moving further down there, we've got UFO making a bit of a move, 6.5%. Missile from OG WebChef is up 6% there. Doubt Token up 5.5%. Now Doubt Token, I think it's number 3rd or 4th biggest meme after Liberty Swap Peacock. Pulsechain Tiger there from Crypto Tiger up 5% there. Reserve Tay up there 4.8%. I think it's a James Maria or a Kerry one, isn't it? So yeah, I think it's maybe James Maria Kerry from USDX. Is it Kerry? Am I saying that right? I think it is. 4.8%. I know that Sandy Beach will help me if that's the case. We got number 15 is GoPulse, up 5%, sitting at just below 6 cents. Remember the days that was sitting around sort of 10 cents? It's pushed down as well. Controversial around the swapping and, of course, some pretty ridiculous fees and things like that. So other than that, they provide some good information sites and things, good utilities. Trump at the moment up 6.7%. Let's go down. Time dividend number 18. So it's funny that we got quite a few of what I'd call the blue chips actually doing fairly well. And hopefully once we pick up volumes and prices, these all get re-rated. I don't say hopefully, but they will. I don't know why I use the word hopefully there, but time dividend there 4%, sitting at 1100 of a penny. What else we got going down here? Scrolling down. So still got quite a few little green shoots today. Let's call them green shoot day today. Solana saw Sun Mini Meal. They're back at 6 cents. Zero Trust there, tied into Peacock up 3.5%. Peacock itself sitting at 9,300 of a penny, up 2.9%. So obviously we've got Liberty Swap Vision 2 coming out. That's a big deal. We'll see if the market prices that. The market should price it, but we'll see whether they do. Where the market is at the moment. We got that's pretty much it. Love.io up 2%. Still waiting to see a lot from Anderson around that. That's just one of the open question mark projects. What else? So that's we've got Ink Dollar in here sitting at $1.03. So Ink Dollar's at a premium. It's at a premium right now, 3 cents. So it's profitable to hold Ink Dollar. It's profitable. You're earning 3 cents. So it's going to come. We got Fast Abdul in the house. I'm here for the tech. Fast Abdul says LPX spent $8,000 in DAI buying the dip on Volts. It now has more tokens than were originally inserted, making for a stable chart there. That's for Volt. Nice work there. Well done. I'm sure we're going to come up to Volt shortly. Got to be on the list. Impressive fast there from work for crypto. All right, so that's kind of cool. Good news there. Some breaking news there from Fast Abdul. We've got a lot of little 1% green shoots here. I'm not going to go through all those. Let's see what's a bargain right now. We'll scroll a bit down. Well, Bria, it's coming off a little bit there. We're still waiting for Coinwell, so it's a little delayed. It's a little bit of profit taking with Bria. I could say a few things about Bria, but join Strategy Club. Links in the video description if you want to find out. That is kind of there right now. Pump tires down 9% right now from the kind of the brand one there. Now, Pump Tire is going to face competition, isn't it, from Coin Mafia? So it's going to be interesting. Coin Mafia tokenomics do look pretty good, and look like they've fixed up quite a few issues there around launch pads. Now, the advantage, of course, of Pump Tires is the capture of fees, right? For the Pulsechain, the public good, one would argue. SCADA from Nuke the Suppliers down 10%. Bitcoin Pump Tires, that is down 11%. Let's have a look at where Bitcoin Pump Tires is right now. Got a terrible, horrific picture there. My eyes are blinded. But that's down a lot. Look at that. Wow. So 40 is 82. So let's get off that page. Ugh. Just about puke my guts. We got 9-inch there at the moment. The dead decks, as it were, down 12%. That should just go down. So we'll see. Now it doesn't necessarily go all the way down, but definitely should be going down. What else there? Big bonus token also with 9-inch also down 13% there. That is pretty much it. Let's have a quick look at 9-inch before we go. That is down. So what's it? 6 zeros, 4,100. Market cap is now below 400,000. Now, since we've talked about 9mm and 9-inch, it does seem like let's look at the volume. We only got 5.4 million volume today. Even if you annualize like $5 million, I think it's about $1.8 billion. So obviously we have much better days. We have 2030, so we're doing many more billions in trading volume, which is a lot of value. And we're going to talk. A reason why I'm raising that is because we're going to talk about that in a minute. So hold on to that with Richard Hart. So we've got Pulsex at the moment sitting at 4.7 million of that 5.6. Yeah, 4.7 at that's 5.4, I should say. 9mm sitting at the moment is 600,000. So we'll typically see them at 1 million, 2 million if we're doing like sort of 12 million, which is where we were sitting quite a bit for quite a while. And so, 600K there. So they're still turning over, right? So obviously when we get a bit of a pump on the chain, start getting back over 10 million, this goes back over 1 million, etc. Compared to 9-inch, which, obviously since SolidX got pushed down or liquidity pulled, etc., this has gone down a lot now. So most of the volume on there is still their own tokens, right? So you've got 9-inch and BBC. So that's pretty much it. But 51K in volume, that is pretty much a dead DEX in the sense. I mean, it's still operating, but we need another DEX. There's at least room for another really strong DEX, maybe even two more. But the tokenomics need to be a bit different. I have some ideas about that. But anyway, that's for another day. Let's see if someone else comes up with the idea that I've got for that. But we shall see. All right. So we've got farms, plenty of farms out there that take LP tokens from providing LP. We've got lots of liquidity forks, and it's great. These are fantastic. They're all awesome. They've got a lot of innovation in that space. We've had Aave forks, Balancer, GMX, things like that. We've had a lot of custom innovation, thinking of Nexion and Axel and things like that. I think there's room for another big DEX. But I think there's a good way of structuring that I have not seen in the market. So let's see what happens. All right, so that is the markets today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. The crowd goes wild. They do indeed. All right. It's called Buyer Crowd. All right, so let's have a look at Richard Hart. So Richard Hart put out something really interesting today, and that's around MetaMask. MetaMask has reached out and would like to make things better for Pulsechain. Whoa, what's going on here? What's the turn of events? And he goes, MetaMask has reached out and would like to make things better for Pulsechain. Well, they could do a lot of better things. Richard Hart says, very, and capitalized, very specifically tell me what you need, talking to the community in a concise and replicable description. I already told them about the difficulty with adding the free ERC20 copies from the full system state fork, the PRC20s. Let's hear it. So obviously a lot of people responding there. Crypto Coffee, Maddie Allen, Pulsechain Stats, Shillgates, Nick Hillman, Joey. I mean, lots of people jumping in there. Now, I'm not going to go through all those at the moment, but that was pretty interesting that MetaMask has responded to, we've gone through that. Now, we might look at some of this later towards the end of the show, but I just wanted to bring out that interesting that MetaMask is directed to Richard Hart. Now, I also see some comments out there about Richard Hart has been hijacked. The account's been hijacked, which has been funny too. But, it's not out of the world possible, but it just seems very unlikely there. Well, we got Richard Hart there putting that out around MetaMask. I thought that was pretty telling. So that is kind of good news, right? It's kind of good news. Now, remember that Richard Hart, along with his community, made Uniswap and MetaMask and things like that. It was really, really popular, right? So back in the Hex days and all that. So the world was a very different place at that stage. So that's where we are right now. So we're going to come back to that maybe if we've got time and check out some of the ideas that people have gotten there. But what I really want to focus on is the main topic today, which is marketing and exploring some good ideas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little section. We haven't really covered this for some time. We have done marketing videos before, but not very often. Brandon, Build the Tech, says, let's say hypothetically you had $500 million in ETH, $500 million in ETH to market a new chain. What would you do? Low IQ answers get nuked. Get nuked. How high value answers get responded or reposted, I should say. What makes an answer low IQ? My subjective opinion there. I guess you can't get everyone to do tests. Now, I just wanted to scroll down here. I wanted to pull out in particular Shellgates. So I want to pull out particular Shellgates idea here, and I wanted to talk about this one. So Shellgates says, first, I'd make sure the blockchain actually solved a problem and that everything I built was in order and on the bleeding edge of current tech. Now, we've been going through quite a few projects recently that are going to be launching on Pulsechain. We've got, did a 10 or 11 the other day. We covered 10 or 11, what I call generally major projects with a few sort of middle-sized projects. So I do think, the community, the devs and all that are doing a lot of problem solving. Obviously, there's a big push right now between Richard Hart and LibbySwap and others to do privacy. And so it's been really cool. After my house was in order, I'd start multi-layered blitz to get the word out, establish us as authorities in the blockchain space, and secure strategic partners. And that's something area that we could do a lot more of, and probably some of the well-positioned teams out there to do that. I'm thinking of Intent Money and others. That's a big area we need to expand. It's not, don't hear of a lot of partnerships. We get occasional ones. It's not something that's big for the Pulse chain, but definitely an area of growth. Big growth potential there. Opens up new technology, new funds, new partnership relationships, new networks, new investors, all that sort of stuff. It's kind of wins all around there. It can be a little bit slow, but it's sort of like a snowball, builds up over time. So that's kind of the play there. All right, so we'd need a reliable figurehead for messaging and events, spaces, live streams, conferences. Now, we've got Richard Hart. So Richard Hart's kind of the man that you're there. Obviously he's not as public as he used to with the videos, but he's kind of the figurehead of the chain. I really find it hard that anyone else would be able to take that place. I think we've got some incredible people, public people in Pulse Chain, and they like generals on the field. That's kind of the way I see it. If maybe Richard's the emperor, so to speak, and they're generals on the field, right? Rack and Michelle use such a term, and I think that's appropriate. And we've got a good number of generals on the field. We've got Fast Abdul in the chat right now, and I'd call him a general on the field, doing a lot of cool stuff. So there's some people doing some really good stuff on the chain and doing their thing. We've got a few new rising people too, doing on X Spaces and other stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff. But I really find, even if we tried to make somebody big, and we could, it's not that we couldn't, but just really feel like, Richard Hart's, it's his chain, it's his ethos and everything else. So really find it hard to do that, replace that. But interesting idea. We'd also need some kind of outreach for networking and collabs. And of course, we have seen a lot of that on the X Spaces. There's a couple of teams in the Pulsechain community doing that and doing pretty well. With big players in the space, and that can continue. Right? They just continue to build that up, getting big new audience there, getting Pulsechain's name out there, including other blockchains, news outlets, and exchanges would be good for this person to already have connections they could leverage. Now, we already are seeing some stuff in that space. If we have a good angle to promote, we should get in front of targeted demographics with Facebook's TikTok ads, but would need good creative copy branding. Now, this is a great idea. This is definitely something that we're well underplayed doing, and this could be huge. If we get marketing budget going to that. Remember, the chain's turning over billions of dollars a year, and there's no reason why, with some of that fee share in some form or another to support something ideal like that. But that'd be really, really good idea, and something that could be ramped up over time too. So it's kind of cool. Along with this same line, we could build automations to scrap data and target potential users through guerrilla style email and DM marketing. but the copy would need to be fresh and relatable. Agreed. Now, this last point is really, really a good idea. This last one here. Lastly, we build a strong community base. And of course, we've got a lot of infighting and silly stuff going on between parts of the community. And it's just not, this means nothing. We're always going to have that, unfortunately. It's just, personalities out there. But actually building a strong community should be the general ethos that people have, and agree to disagree and all the rest of it. We build a strong community base and incentivize key influencers to align with our products. Now, I agree with this 100%. I think there's an area that might get a lot of not only Pulsechain influencers off the bench. We have a lot of potential influencers. People say something like 150 to 200, but we've actually only got a couple of consistent large influencers out there doing a lot of stuff. And then we have, a small handful of sort of medium small as well. But there's actually, we do the market research. I could give you the numbers, but it's an area we could do a lot within the Pulsechain. Now, outside the Pulsechain, of course, if we had something that could get them incentivized to do a lot of more regular cover Pulsechain, that's a great idea as well. And remember, many of the top influencers are very large indeed. And we've got research on that too. It's definitely an area for opportunity. They shill at the moment. They shill margin trading links. That's generally what all the big crypto people do, and that's how a lot of them make their money. Go watch, Ivan on Tech, for example. He's always shilling those. He always looks guilty when he's shilling it. Have you noticed? He always looks guilty when shilling. But that's an area that we could actually, if we could pull up some form of incentive, it could really be a great job there, and of course get the word out about it. So I think that's really cool. Now, the one thing about this, and I'm not going to give it away because I don't want, it's an idea that I've had for a little bit, and but I better shut up. I'm going to leave it there. All right, so that's kind of cool. So I really thought that was a pretty good breakdown from Shawgates there. Brandon says high IQ. So yeah, it was pretty good. We got fast Abdul in the range there too, as you say, Grace, based on the text you provided, which demonstrates solid strategic planning, logical. Estimate the person's IQ to be in the range of 120 to 130. That's pretty funny. So it's lots of good silly suggestions there. So that is one I wanted to point out there in particular about that. I thought there was some good stuff in there. Now, I haven't gone through some of the other stuff here. We might as well read the Matty Allen one while we're here. If I was RH, I'd hodl the ETH till I'm at 2-3x profit while allowing organic growth to build. Now, I think this is probably quite in line with what Richard told us in the video. Remember, he did say he liked $10,000 on ETH price, so that was pretty interesting. So $10,000, that's in this range, right? This 3x range. While allowing organic growth to build, yeah, that makes sense. Look, even I think you could. There's a couple of different things we talked about what you could do with all the ETH, and whether Richard does it or not. Also, question mark how much of the Hex AA ETH he's holding, and how much he would want to utilize that as well. Richard talked about the AA lobby being up to 1 million ETH or so. So if that's even close to true, how much does he still hold after the Hex pump, all the rest of it? There's a lot of questions over that, but it'd be pretty interesting to see where he heads with that. Now, if Tom Lee is right, and this is over a 10-year period, mind you, could happen faster, and that is if there is a network re-rating of Ethereum, that would push Ethereum to $60,000 per ETH, right? And so that is potentiality of the bags that you're holding. Now, Richard's well aware of this sort of stuff, right? He's also well aware that there's ups and downs, and there can be setbacks on the way. But a 2-3x when you're talking about 60K, maybe he's you're likely to shave a bit off. But there's other opportunities like fractionalization, other things he might be able to do. I'm not sure where some people sit on that, but yeah, there's a couple of opportunities. Earning income as well, of course. I think Tom Lee was talking about with Bitmine Immersion, they were looking at a 2.7%. They got some pretty in-house technology there. They're looking at 2.7%. Return on their ETH that they're going to be staking. It's interesting. There's a couple options there. I would like to see a protocol fractionalization thing worked on. I think that's the real genius, the real holy grail. So we'll see whether Richard's come up with anything around that. Anyway, he says, I'd carefully consider my game theory and launching a new part of the vertical stack, Prevex, so it benefits all previous tokens. I'm sparingly spend on postcards and direct mail. I'd keep experimenting and looking for new ideas. I make Christmas video and a video on Hex conference. Be patient on that we can sell, but support price more than nothing, but less than people want. Goal would be to make the $500 million last. I'd probably validate for ETH, generate 10-20 million more per year. Great question there. Like, I mean, that's the real conservative play, right? Just put it in and stake, get the ETH, and then scrape it off, and just put it into pump Pulsechain, in some form or another. So that's kind of some of the ideas there. We'll see. All right, so that was from Brandon, but I just wanted to highlight that Shellgates had some good ideas in there, and certainly some of those could be expanded on quite nicely. The online marketing, the influencers, incentives, etc. All right, let's get into some of the other big stuff coming. Before we do that, though, we've got Crypto Utah in house. Jay Powell was, in fact, too late. Bull run engaged. Absolutely. Yeah, Jay Powell. The terrible. He's a Democrat, too. He sucks. No one compares to Superman as influence. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Go. All right, so let's get into it. We've got Jen De Beers, of course, the CEO of Coin Division. So we're trying to remember that, to keep that in mind. Coin Division. And, of course, apparently Bria runs security. And, of course, Coin Division is the umbrella company for Coinwell, Coinaki, Coin Mafia, and Coin Mentor. And, of course, we're looking forward to them launching. At the moment, we've got Coin Mafia as the front runner to launch, then Coinwell and Coinaki. I'm not sure of those orders. They may surprise us. So Coinaki is still a thing. That's going to have the battle of the memes, and I'm pretty excited about that idea. Now, she put out a few comments here today, which is pretty nice. We haven't really heard too much about that. So she said this very important thing. I'm sure Fast Abdul will appreciate this comment. And that is, most DeFi failures aren't bad luck. They're broken incentives. So, I think there's a lot of truth in that. So pretty exciting here. I think innovation is a key factor as well. But definitely I thought that was a pretty good line. Real lending is boring by design. Clear rules, clear risk, and clear outcomes. And I'm sure Fast Abdul can relate to that. That is true, but of course you can make it exciting, and that's what I think Fast Abdul's doing with his launch of his Vault 369, and that attracts new users, right? Something different. You've still got to stand out in the market. Coinwell is built for structure, not hype. Now, Coinwell, of course, is going to have its own liquidity fork, and of course a DeFi ecosystem. So we're excited about that. Borrow, earn, and stay. The other thing about Coinwell is that it potentially has a route or pathway to TradeFi, right, through Rack and Michelle's connections. So that's what I'm waiting to see. That is really what I'm looking forward to there. Obviously, the crypto market to participate is the low-hanging fruit. The specialty is, can you actually access TradeFi venture capitalists, high-worth individuals, institutions, corporations, things like that. We're really keen to see that happens. So that would be really what I'm looking forward to there. And of course, that may include Saudi money, may include hooks into the Trump family and potentially the White House digital strategy, and of course also into NASDAQ. I'd really love to see Pulsechain get a NASDAQ listing, even if I know Coinwell is multi-chain. But of course, if it's kind of based, principal chain, Pulsechain, let's add that overlay. Then yeah, I'd be pretty excited about that. So that's what I'm really looking forward to there. Just like we were looking optimistically for Sun Minimal to give us access to high worth value investors and institutions in Europe, they are now going to be moving to Solana chain. And so, but we've still got this American avenue. So I'm pretty optimistic about that. And of course, America's got where most of the money is, and of course going to get richer and richer under the golden age of America in the next 2 years under Trump, potentially 4 or 5% GDP plus, what we're looking forward to there, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Borrow, earn, and stay secure. And of course, this is really excited about this too, because it's more investable blue chip type of projects, and that's what Fast Abdul's looking at with his product launches with Vault. That's what we're looking forward to here with Coinwell. And we're pretty excited where this will all be going. So yeah, bull season is coming. Coinwell there, so I like that. Very bullish posting there from Jen, and some good comments there. All right, so let's move on to the next launch, which is going to be True DeFi. We're in that 24-hour window right now. So True TX is launching tomorrow. So I thought I was going to sneeze there for a moment. True TX is launching tomorrow, which is today, within today's time frame. We're already the 19th here, but it's going to be the 19th UTC time there. I think we've got a time frame, have we? We've got a time frame somewhere. But TrueTX launch tomorrow, December the 19th. If anyone's in the team there, let us know how many hours away that is from now. That'd be really useful. What the actual hours away are. That'd be without me trying to work it out live. With True2X launch tomorrow, which is today, 19th December, by True DeFi. Have you gotten your plan in order? Don't just wing it. Put together a strategy to benefit your timeline. Come to Telegram and we will help you set up one time to 2x your pulse. So what do we got? Some comments from Work for Crypto. Counting down the time frame. Yeah, absolutely excited about that. About 25 hours from now. Okay, guys. So it is just over 24 hours. So 25 hours to go. But we're basically, let's do it. Let's do the stream in another hour. We'll be in that 24-hour window. So 25 hours to go until the launch. So we're excited there. Now, this is a bit of a clever looking sort of, what do you call it, investment fund in a sense, but it's going to have some pretty special mechanics with a system and partner miners. That's kind of a big part of the secret sauce, earning yield with 14% of the pulse that goes in there. And the whole idea is to 2x your pulse in a miner, and you can basically try and rinse and repeat that. Now, obviously, Pulsechain's down at its all-time lows, so it's a perfect time to launch a project like this. So yeah, and we're also getting more blue chip type of projects on Pulsechain where you can actually earn more yield. So we're talking about the Vault, the vouchers, and the emits of the world. So it's a pretty good time. Apparently, they've had about 20 projects wanting to participate in the partner program. Now, obviously, you still have to vet those to make sure they're earning good income, rather stable income, so that you've got all that working. So they're going to have basically a kind of a daily management. So you got basically like a managed fund where you're going to earn 2x pulse. So that's kind of a basic overview. I did do an interview with them about 8 days ago. So go check that out, and they've done a few interviews since then. And you can go check them out as well. So that is True2X. I'll post the link there to this post. You can go check it out. And always do your own due diligence as well. But yeah, pretty excited about this, and it's innovative, right? Innovative in this space, and it's kind of is it the first of its kind? It kind of is, I think. Second of its kind, I would say, but certainly seems to have a much better setup with the old system and partner miners there. True2X launching. So let me post that. Bam, there we go. All right, so that is the link there, and you can join up to their Telegram and find out more from the team. I'm sure they will look forward to you going there. All right, 2x your pulse, guys. 2x your pulse. So that is the next sort of project launching. So we've got that and Coin Mafia. No real update for Coin Mafia today at the moment. Obviously, we covered their $1,000 giveaway prize yesterday. I hope some of you may have entered, and hope you win. Now, the other big thing we've got coming up is a Liberty Swap. And Liberty Swap is going to be going to Liberty Swap 2.0. And boy, is it going to be delivering some real cool stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that. That is the True2X link, by the way. I don't know if I posted it up, but that is it. All right, let's get into it. And if you're on the X and you don't see that, then just type in Neil for crypto. You'll be able to pull up that post. Now, Liberty Swap here 7 hours ago said, "Good morning, friends. Countdown 7 days to go to Christmas," which is pretty fun. We always love the Christmas theme here. So kind of cool. Now they've got a few posts. So we're going to scroll up here, and they're going to be doing 2.0, right? So 2.0. They always have some sassy posts there. So we're really looking forward to it. I'm just trying to see whether they got anything on it today. Write something to CZ. We have successfully integrated Raygun Pulsechain routes using their intent-based protocol. Users from any blockchain can access Railgun, even use as low as $10 with a 5-cent fee. So that's kind of cool. And the support for BNB users is included as well. So that's kind of cool. But what we're looking forward to is their 2.0. It is coming. Just trying to see whether they got any updates, because I really didn't check this today. The UI at this step can simplify it. I've got some pros and cons there. That's not that one. Nothing on that. But we're expecting it either by this weekend or next week, is my understanding. Scroll back up here a little bit more. Yeah, I don't see anything there either. We've got some reposts. Yeah, so that's coming up though. So yeah, no updates particularly around it, but they are working towards LibertySwap 2.0. And as I understand it, it's probably going to bring stablecoins and Patius hooking and Patius swapping. So you can do all swapping from your privacy, and that's huge. That is massive. So we're looking forward to that 2.0 coming. All right. Let's see. The other last bit we had was we were going to go back to Richard Hart, weren't we? How are we doing for time? 50 minutes on the hour, so we're doing pretty good time today. Let's check out what we got here. So we've got some Richard talked about MetaMask, asking very specifically, tell me what you need fixed. And Crypto Coffee came in with some ideas. So network automatically added and recognized in default list of popular networks, including Pulsechain logo. Pulsechain, a primary coin listing of Pulsechain PRC20s added with logos and USD prices of all coins form API like Morales or Dex Screener. Several RPC nodes to choose from other than the default is shown by the ones with the most green check marks. So there we go. That's some good ideas there. Matty Allen says add Pulsechain to popular network list. Absolutely. Show correct prices for Pulsechain. He's got some pictures here, isn't he? Pictures there. Yeah, add Pulsechain. Yeah. Show correct prices for Pulse and prices for PRC20 tokens. Show correct gas price on Chrome extension. When holding liquid Pulse, show earn.xy percentage. A link like with ETH and other assets. Do they have that on there, do they? Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah. The earn down there. We've got them purple stuff. Like with ETH and other assets for Hex2, show part of the ETH Pulse wallet address and let me copy it easier on mobile and Chrome extensions. Show Hex and DeFi tab on Discover homepage. So that'd be a good one. Yeah, we've got the DeFi there, so that'd be cool. All right. So yeah, lots of potentiality there, right? I mean, because if you think about it, you've got the perpetuals, prediction, DeFi, NFT as well. I don't know whether they're going to add in. We've got two perpetual markets, don't we? We've got the GMX fork, but we've also got Nexion, I guess you might add in there potentially. Prediction markets. Trying to think, do we have prediction markets? I've seen kind of prediction thing. We had Jacob's one. Is that still? I don't think that's operating anymore, is it? Let us know if there's any others that are operating in prediction market space. I think it's probably an era of growth for Pulsechain, going to be one of the big key categories there. DeFi and NFTs. Well, we've got all those. All right, so kind of cool. What else we got going there? Pulsechain stats says Pulsechain and popular networks. Price support, better gas estimation handling. So a lot of similar ones there. Logo support, yeah, already covered. Differentiate between native Pulsechain tokens and fork tokens with a P or similar. Yep. Better handling for finding tokens in the user wallet for adding menu. Yep. All good. We had Shawgates add to this comment as well. It was really good to see, and shout out MetaMask for doing the right thing. Honestly, I think more of this kind of thing is a net positive. We need as many roads leading to Pulsechain as possible. No stance on middlemen, but honestly, a major exchange listing would be a great next step. Yeah. Name one top cryptocurrency blockchain that's not on dozens of major exchanges. That is obviously an area too, right? So we still, get back there. Now we are DeFi chain, but add more liquidity, more users, the merrier, right? That's a common sense. We have seen a few innovations in that space, particularly LibertySwap, talking about going from Coinbase through to LibertySwap's protocol. Surely there's at least one exchange you can say that you at least halfway respect. Kraken has always seemed pretty good. Yeah, I like Kraken. Yeah, there's certainly crap we can't get done in this community. You're a founder and rumored billionaire, bro. You have more clout and influence than all of us combined. Need to start flexing that crap from time to time to make sure crap happen. I'm just moderating the French. Nick Hellman from Crypto Paradise. He says, this is awesome. Price after tokens. Pulsechain is a default support network. And you already mentioned the copy tokens issue. Yeah. All right. So some good comments there. Let's see if there's anything else down the bottom here. You've got all those from Crypto Munch from the looks of it. Yeah. Got all those. High potential scam tokens. Sure. Yeah, that would be good. It could be a full-time job. All right. So we got what else? The Fast Abdul says, thanks for MetaMask Richard Art. Hex Soli says Pulsechain is a popular chain. Price value of Hex, most, etc. Logos to the coins. Give you time. I'm sure that just go through, wouldn't they, and pick up all the contracts. Khalid on crypto says fix allow the user to add PRC20 tokens, auto recognizing tokens with Pulsechain, better gas estimation, and more reliable prices. Grep token holders, transaction simulator, like what OX and Rabby has. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be good. There's a couple extra good ones there. What else? PDI, Peter to $1. The PDI. What else? I think that's kind of it. Chairman Buck, Chairman Mao Buck. Let's think about how ProveX.com can be useful to all MetaMask users looking to go between the major EVM networks and other networks. Yeah, there's a potentially huge opportunity there actually to make MetaMask one of the main adopters of ProveX. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so yeah, some good stuff there. I think we've got a lot of extra comments and a lot of good ones there, but we're going to jump away. All right, so that is kind of cool. All right, so that was from Richard. So good news there around MetaMask. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're 56 minutes on the hour. So that is Pulsechain today. So let's just quickly summarize. We've got good news around inflation data. That's good, more good news. Obviously, we've had a significant pullback in the markets, market makers as well. We had the liquidation 10th of October. And we obviously had some profit taking, etc., in stock market and crypto markets. AI, of course, up and down a little bit. But actually, we're setting up very nicely for 2026. We saw Trump do a couple of bullish announcements as well. Congratulations to the US military. It was about almost 1.5 million soldiers getting a $1776 payment. And I know a lot of the soldiers are in crypto, so we could probably find a bit of that money going to crypto. And of course, we thank them for their service. Now, I'm not American, but I thank Americans for protecting us in the world, because despite the faults of America, they're still by a country mile, at least potentially, particularly under the Trump administration, the best thing out there to police the seas, as it were, police the seas. Otherwise, the alternatives are all authoritarian, and no thanks, no thanks. All right, so that's kind of cool. So good stuff happening there, and of course, all our bullish pump mentors for the 2026-2027 are looking absolutely amazing. So we've got the perfect lineup. Things will be good after we have this retrace, and looks like we may have pitted out. Right? We may have pitted out on that. So looking good. The golden age of America, the golden age for crypto. Remember, our market cap on crypto is still small, just under 3 trillion, and we've still got all the mega themes playing out over the next 2 years. Not only the golden age of America, but we've got monetary policy now moving in our favor. So we've got everything lined up, guys. It is crazy. We've got the AI boom. We've got crypto specifics, which is around tokenization and stablecoin. Stablecoin will really kick in, just like monetary policy, in the second quarter of next year. That's what we're expecting there. Yeah, exciting times. Faster Door says, America. Yeah, I wish I had the little America team doing the little puppets doing the go hardcore. I love how they go to try and save, and they're in Paris. They're trying to save from terrorists, and they blow up most of Paris's iconic things. It's pretty funny, like the Eiffel Tower and stuff. It was pretty funny movie. All right, and I always remember the little Kim Jong Il thing at the end where he's so lonely. I'm so lonely. It was really funny movie. Apparently, that's what they say, but you just never know. But apparently, Kim Jong Il saw that and he hated it again. That's pretty funny. Why would he be lonely when he's having all these parties with his bodyguards? Tell us he's having these parties with all these ladies and stuff. So he's definitely not in that camp. Well, at least he's having a good time in any case. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to that. So our big launches coming up. TrueTX within 24 hours. We've got Coin Mafia coming soon, I guess. It'll be interesting to see with the market sentiment. They want that to be nice. I don't know how long they're going to pre-ramp the promotions. They're doing a good job with that so far. Hey, look, if they want to do it for 6 weeks, I'm sure that's fine. But we're sort of hoping it will launch this side of Christmas. The other side, of course, is we've got Vouch 369 from Fast Abdul. We're looking forward to that. And of course, that was probably important to launch a bit of a turn in sentiment in the markets. We'll see what Fast Abdul decides there. And then, of course, we've got a couple others there. We've got we know for sure, based on recent announcements, that Tetra is going to launch between Christmas and New Year's, and then Signum Oracle probably early January. So those are looking good too. And we've got a couple other things happening in the space as well. So let's keep a lookout for it, guys. Going well too. Maybe in January, we'll see how things go. Maybe 10th of January. That'd be a good date. All right, take care, everybody. Catch you on tomorrow's show. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I'll stop yelling, and I'll catch you then. Bye for now. Take care.